Hello. Happy Tuesday. My name is Alex. Welcome to Stable and Capable. I will be teaching you guys today, so all you'll need is your weights. Of course, won't need them for everything, but they're definitely recommended. They're not required today. Actually, they are. I'm lying. Yeah, are they required? Yeah, we just got one move that they're required for, two moves that they're required for. So grab you some weight, get your water, get your towel, wipe your sweat away, and we'll be getting ready to go here in a couple of minutes. 11:15. Going to be hitting the full body today, legs and upper body. We don't have a core focused move today either. So we're going to be hitting those large muscles and a few smaller muscles. So it'll be, distributed a little evenly throughout the body. The dips are making a return. We're going to be going into the full hamstring curl today. Wall sits making a return, and so are those isometric split squats. Got a couple more minutes. All right, we got about 1 more minute left. All right, so let's go ahead and get this cracking. All right, so go ahead and come down to your mat. Come down to your mat. Flipping over. I'm going to start off with the crab. So bring the palms down behind you. Butt down, knees bent. Bring the hips up to a reverse tabletop. Lift and reach. We've got 5 on each side. Take your time getting in and out of this position to really get your eyes and your head around. 3. You guys might hear some of that liquid inside of my stomach swishing around. 4. Been real thirsty today. And there's 5. Let's go ahead and walk up, bring the palms down, walk them out, walk the legs out, bring the knee up, rotate, and switch. We got 5 on each side, getting the wrist here, as well as our legs. Bending out the knee, we're getting into those split squats later on today. And again, looking for fluid movement. Today is all about stability and smooth moving. Last one. And rock it back. Gonna go right to some regular walkouts. Just 5 reps. Bend your knees this time on purpose. Three, 4. Last one here. Stay out at the high plank. Rock back. We've got 5 plank rock backs. 2, 3, 4. Get the butt as close to the heels as you can. Keep those knees off the ground. And 5. All right. Go right into our monkey squat. Bring the hands up behind the head. Fold over. Squat down. 1. Just 5 reps here and we'll be good to go. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice, feeling good, feeling good. All right, so for our first move, first 2 moves, our stability move is going to be the wall sit. Our strength move is going to be the hamstring curl. All right. So we've got 30 to 60 seconds on the wall sit. All right. So I'm going to be having my timer going. I'm going to have it going for 1 minute. So if you can get 30 seconds, great. Keep track of it. I'll let you know when 30 seconds through. If you can go a little bit past that, that's great too. All right. So we're just trying to build time here, and then we'll go right into the hamstring curl, just to focus on the hamstrings, since the wall sit is going to focus more so on the quads. So for balance, but also building strength. All right. That first move, the wall sit, will certainly still help you build some strength, but we're then going to go from a static position to a moving position. All right. We're just going to focus on hamstrings because they're usually weaker in people anyway. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that. Remember, 30 to 60 seconds for the wall sit, and after we're going to try to do the hamstring curl all the way. Of course, I'll show you the modifications, and we're going to go for 1 minute there as well. All right, so here we go. Feel free to add your weight. Let's go. Okay. Somebody just wanted to talk, so. Coming down 45 degrees, or as low as you can comfortably get. All right. Trying to get the thighs parallel to the ground, to the floor. Keeping the knees in line with the ankles. So again, you can always add in weight here, but you really don't have to. I suggest your first go around, just do it with no weight. Add in the weight the next round. We got 3 rounds. And time. All right, so that was 1 minute. All right, so next we're gonna go right into the hamstring curl. So if you have like a towel or something like that, you can use this to make it a little bit easier to slide your feet across the floor. Otherwise, you can just use your socks. On a hardwood floor, if you got sliders, you can use your sliders. But for the last, 3 weeks, we've been doing the negatives, I think. So we're gonna go for the whole version. So again, if you can't do the full version, stick with the negatives. If not, go for the full version, try it out. You can always go back to the negatives. All right, so lifting the butt, dropping the heels out, bringing them back up. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna start my little timer on my watch since I can't get up to get to the computer. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So keeping the glutes nice and tight. And as you extend your legs, you'll feel the tension transition into the hamstrings. All right. Still take your time to extend the leg as if you're doing a negative. Don't let the hips or the legs touch the ground. Squeeze the abs in the butt. Bring the heels back in. Okay. Drive your elbows into the ground to help give your core a little bit more stability. As you bring those heels back in, really squeeze the butt and push the hips up. Breathe out, squeeze the butt. That's engaging the core and the glutes so that your hamstrings can do the work. And pull your heels in. And time. That's 1 minute. All right, we're going right back on the wall sits here. So if you didn't have weight the first time, feel free. You can add some weight in here. If it gets heavy, you can always drop it. And then just go with your body weight. So here we go. Round 2. 1 more minute, 30 to 60 seconds. I do not want to look at the clock because it's pretty heavy. But I can do this. You can do this too. All right, so squeeze everything. That's why this is our stability move, because it's forcing you to find stability. So do your best to keep your posture straight. All right, so that means your back is flat against the wall. That means your hamstrings and your glutes and your quads are all tensed up as much as they need to be in order to keep your body pressed against the wall and not falling down toward the floor. You're gripping the floor slightly with your toes. All right, you're pushing your feet into the ground. You're pulling your hamstring, your heels back. Whatever you got to do with clean form. All right. Woo, felt that one for sure. So we're definitely going to see these again. And then we'll just pair them with, regular squats after we do the wall sit. And then we'll go into some pause squats. All right, so just easing our way into more challenging variations. 3, 2, 1, hamstring curl. So you can add weight here too if you have it, right on top of your hips. Light weight, of course. Body weight, if I'm honest, it really is enough. I could do probably 10 to 15 of these unweighted just with my body weight alone, and that would be enough. Once you start to add up the sets, the volume, you end up doing substantial work. So the weight here is not essential at all. So again, do your best to keep the abs and the glutes tight. Squeeze them both as you curl in. don't let those hips drop to the floor. Only if you need to take a second to catch your breath. All right. We got one more set here. And of course, as always, you know, we're not rushing. All right, so we're really looking to make sure you take as much time as you need between exercises, between sets, in order to have the best form that you can have. All right. So don't rush, take your time, catch your breath in between sets if you need to. I'm going back on the wall sit. One last minute. Again, if you are adding weight, you can always bail out with the weight if it's too much, and then just hold that position unweighted with just your body weight. All right, so make sure both of your feet are aligned. You don't want one foot in front of the other. Tensing up as many muscles as you can, making sure everything is turned on, especially in your lower half. Less than 30 seconds to go. Even if you don't even have like a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you can use a plate, a weight plate. You can hold a book, just anything that you can hold will suffice right here because we're not moving. Just keep that body pressed into the wall. 3, 2, 1, time. Whew. All right. Definitely felt that burn. All right, so we're going back on our last set here of the heel slides. Again, if you need to fall back to the negative and just let the legs extend and then you bring your hips down to the floor, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to bring the heels in to do the curl just yet if you're not able to. Over time, of course, I want you to be able to do that, but just going for the sake of progression into the harder variation. All right, here we go. Lifting the hips, extending the legs. And you know, when you're exercising, especially in this class, the sake of progression is everything. You know, I'm sure a lot of you all are pretty strong. However, when it comes to actually gaining strength, you know, it helps to know that our muscles can sometimes get stronger faster than our tendons, right? And that's how you can get hurt if you start to do too much too soon. And at the end of the day, the analogy that a frog won't hop out of a pot of boiling water if you slowly increase the temperature, it's the same concept we're getting at here. You really won't notice much if you slowly increase the difficulty in what you're doing, not to the point where it shocks your body or anything like that. If it's too acute, you'll notice it, your muscles will notice it, your tendons will notice it. You could get hurt, you know, you'll have extra residual soreness for no reason, and that's no fun. All right, so we have to do this for the sake of progression, just to achieve that. All right, so that's what this class is all about. All right, so next, and just in general, hopefully your fitness journey too. All right, so our next exercises, we have a bent over scap pull and bent over flies. All right, so we're going to be working on our shoulders and our lower back. So just our back in general, really. So this is where you'll need your dumbbells to perform this move. All right, so bent over scap pulls is specifically implying what you do and the position. So bent over, you're going to hinge at the hips. Scap pulls just mean you're going to retract your scapula, so your shoulder blades, all right? So shoulder blade retracts, it comes backwards. We're gonna pull it back. We've got 10 to 15 reps. You're gonna keep your arms straight, all right? There's not a lot of movement here. So you just keep your arm straight, squeeze your tricep to keep your arm straight, and bring your shoulder blades together like you want them to touch. Okay? You got 10 to 15 reps. Hold it up at the top. Control the weights as they come down to the floor. Don't just release your shoulders. Control the weight as it comes down. All right, so once you get your 10 to 15 reps in, we're gonna come to bent over flies. All right, so when you do this fly, obviously fold over at the waist. Hold your shoulder blades back as you perform this move. All right, don't let your shoulder blades come forward and come loose, just like you wouldn't do in the scap pull. So instead of just, controlling them to come down, try to hold them back. They're gonna come forward a little bit, that's perfectly fine, but just try to control it, all right? So fight gravity on the way down. Your shoulders will return to a neutral position. Try not to rock your torso either. All right. So try to get between 10 and 15 reps. If you have heavier weight and you want to go with single arm, that's perfect too. You can do that. So I'm going to go single arm with my scap pull, and then I'll go double arm with the with my weights there. All right. You can handle more weight. Trust me, you can handle a lot of weight doing this bent over scap pull. So whatever the heaviest thing is you have, I would suggest you grab it. All right. So the other important thing to remember here is you don't want to turn your torso. Keep it straight. If you're coming to one side, that's definitely going to work your core a little bit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Hold it at the top too, just for a split second. Squeeze that tricep, keep the arm straight. Try not to rock the torso. Squeeze your butt. Should feel this in your lower back as well. Right about there. All right, so building endurance there. With both of these moves being bent over, you're really working on your lower back. All right, so make sure that your back stays straight and flat. All right, so when you think of, just to cue you for that, you could think of like the cat-cow that people do, when they hunch over and they purposely arch their back. You just want to be right in the middle. All right, that's where you want to be. At least that's the position you want your back to be in for both of these exercises, all right? So you hinge at the waist, and let's get to work. This is just as much of a core exercise as it is a back exercise. All right. So I've been doing 12 reps. Again, anywhere between 10 and 15. If you feel like your form's starting to break, that's where you want to stop. So yes, we are really working the lower back here. Again, so take your time going from one to the next because they're both in a bent over position. All right, so take the time you need to recover so that you can feel confident you can go through the entire set without having to stop. And I'm left-handed, so I try to always start off with my right because that's my weak side when I'm doing unilateral or single side work. Squeeze the butt, squeeze the abs. 15. Reduce the rock in the torso. Try not to lean to one side. If you can do it one-sided, excellent. . 15. So as long as you're in the proper postural position, you know, you're going to be able to increase, you know, do this enough, you'll be able to increase the amount of time you can sit. You can sit up too with good posture. So sitting in your chair, it's the other reason we're doing this. We're directly hitting our postural muscles in our back. All right. This last set here. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Whew. All right. Moving on. Grab some water if you need it. Otherwise, we're going to keep it going. So now we're coming down to the legs again. We've got the isometric split squat and the tibialis raises. All right. So we're going to start off. The tibialis raises are just the toe raises. All right. So the opposite of a calf raise. We got to work the other side of our foot too. So the other side of our shin with the tibialis raises. That's why we do those. All right. All right. So last week we started this move. What you're gonna do is grab an elevated surface. You can do it on the ground, but it's a little bit easier if you have an elevated surface. We're really trying to work on ankle mobility here, as well as just increasing the mobility we have in our leg flexion, our how close we can get our heel to our butt. All right, so that's what this move is going to help us do. It'll also translate over into how deep you can get into a squat. So the elevated surface just allows you to achieve a higher range of motion with less stress through your joints, okay? So you're gonna grab that elevated surface. If you don't have an elevated surface, a flat surface will do just fine. Just start off in a lunge position and lean as far forward as you can without your heel coming off the floor. And we're gonna perform an isometric split squat, all right? So the first move is tibialis raises, or the toe raises, all right? So bring your butt to the wall, find the wall, align yourself on it, bring your butt on the wall, bring your feet away from the wall, bring your shoulders off of the wall, keep your back straight. You're gonna straighten your legs out, squeeze your quads, and you're just going to lift your toes toward the ceiling. We've got 20 reps. So just like regular calf raises, you're going to lift your toes and drop them gently, fight against gravity. You should feel this in the front of your shin. The further your feet are away from the wall, the harder it will be. And if you can do this in whatever shoes you're going to be jumping in or training in, that's awesome. You can also do it barefoot or in socks like myself. You'll still see some benefits. So, all right, so here we go. Now we're going to go to the elevated split squat. So start off with your weaker leg. All right. You're going to lean as far forward as you can. Push back. We've got 10 reps on each side. So you're going to come in, hold it for about 2 to 3 seconds, and push back. All right. You'll just do the exact same thing if you're on flat ground, except you just don't have the elevated box. All right. So dig your toes into the ground as you lean into your split squat. Try to hold it for 1 to 3 seconds. Keep your torso upright. This is also working on your balance as well. And that back leg you're using for stability. So if you feel some tension coming through there, that's okay. That just comes with the elevation. Squeeze those glutes to push yourself out of the hole here. Take your time. As you lean into that split squat, kind of imagine pulling your toes up. That will give you a little bit more of an angle at your ankle and increase how much flexion you have at your ankle. That's why we do the tibialis raise before we do this move. Ooh, that burns. Whichever leg hurts the worst is definitely your weaker leg. All right, so right back on the tibialis raises or toe raises. 20 reps, here we go. Remember, straighten those legs out. Take your time performing these. Squeeze those quads, keep them tight. Don't rush it. It's hard to get a good squeeze too. It can be. Whew. If you get tired, you just bring your feet closer to the wall and keep on going. All right. Whew. Should be feeling that in the front of your shin. Okay. Again, as you lean into it, you kind of want to imagine you're bringing your toe up. Hold your tension, hold your body weight. All right, so just like that wall sit, you want to hold your body weight up as you delve into the squat, the split squat. Squeeze those glutes as you push away. Keep the torso upright and the core tight. A step will do. If you have steps in your house, that'll do just fine here as well. Making sure you're gripping the floor. Or, I say gripping the floor, gripping your surface. Whew. Doing your best to keep your balance. If you need some help in keeping your balance, bring your back leg further out to the side. So if I'm on right leg, you can bring your left leg to the left to increase your base. That way your feet aren't stacked behind each other. They're a little bit more open so you have more of a stable base. All right. Did I go to my right leg? I'm gonna say yes. I think I went to my right leg. Let me do it again, just to be safe. We got one more round anyway. Hopefully y'all don't get confused like I do sometimes. 20 reps. Remember, you can scale this. Closer your feet are to the wall, the easier. Let those feet down nice and gently. Straighten the legs out. Make sure you breathe. Ooh. Last one. Ah. Ooh, that burns. Shake it out. All right, last set. So again, holding the pause. 1 to 3 seconds. Squeeze your glutes. as you push away. Kind of want to pull your body in by driving your heel a little bit, slash like you're scraping your whole foot and just pulling your body in. All right. Whew. Make sure you guys drink your milk, get your protein, get your calcium, strengthen up your bones too. Just like I said, sometimes your tendons can develop in strength slower than your muscles. You know, everything is attached to our bones, muscles and tendons. Whew. And they pull on our bones, so you really want to make sure you have plenty of vitamin D and calcium as a part of your diet / lifestyle to help you make the most of what you do in the gym, or in my case, in my room, or wherever you are. We don't want that work to go in vain. Something as simple as getting enough vitamin D and calcium will take you a long way in your fitness journey. Whew. All right, so last two moves. We've got a curl isometric, and we've got curls and rows. All right, so isometric curl, all that means is you're going to hold your weights in a 90-degree angle. Right there. Isometric just means not moving, so same angle. Iso, same angle. And you're gonna hold it for 20 to 30 seconds for 3 times around. And after we do the curl isometric, we're going to go right into curls and rows. All right, so full regular curls combined with bent over rows. You can do the single arm or you can do a double, whichever one you prefer. All right, so I'm going to be doing the isometric with both dumbbells, and then I'll be doing the curls and the rows single arm, and then coming back to these weights as I need. All right, so I'll start my little timer here. We've got a 20 to 30 second hold. I'll let you know when we get there. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and bring the weight up, hold it. So bring your shoulders to a neutral position. You don't want them too rolled forward, too far forward. They don't need to be pulled all the way back. Just a neutral position. Tuck the elbows into the sides. All right. Squeeze the chest, almost like you're trying to squeeze your body in between your arms. We got 20 seconds. We're at 20 seconds. Just hold that weight. It'll get heavy, I promise. 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds, regular curls. So you're gonna perform as many curls as you can with perfect form, as many rows as you can with perfect form. However many that is. All right, so I'm going with single side, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, I think I only got 5 in me. 4, before I gotta go back to the other weights. 5, 5. All right, so the reason we're doing it this way is because our bicep is heavily incorporated in the row. So doing curls, we're doing double the work. The curl is mainly performed by our brachial muscles, the biceps, and the row is mainly done by the back and the lat slash the lat, latissimus. that's about 15. Yeah, we'll call that about 15. Whew, I'm always messing up my count. But yeah, so we're really working on the bicep. The bicep is the primary muscle in the curl, secondary muscle in the row. All right, so really hitting the bicep and the back at the same time. All right, so take some time if you need it to recover from that move, that couple there. Now we're going to go and do it 2 more times. This is our last move here. So 20, 30 second isometric hold, and then rep it out as many reps as you can get with clean form. All right, so here we go. Curls and rows, starting off with the iso. All right, so make sure you get those palms up like you're holding plates. Try to get as perfectly as you can at 90 degrees. Again, keep those elbows tucked and tight. Squeeze your body in between your arms. Keep your shoulders in a neutral position. We're at 20 seconds. Squeeze your body, squeeze the chest. Hold it 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Right into those rolls, curls and rows. So I got 5 on each side. I'm right-handed. I'm starting off with my weak side. Try to row. Bring that weight back to your hip when you row. 4, 5. Ooh boy. 2. So remember, keep that core nice and tight, just like we did those bent over flies. When you do your rows and your curls, try to keep your torso neutral. Ooh, Lord. And reduce as much swaying to the side or twisting of your torso as possible. I might have done it a little bit, so if you guys saw it, call me out, tell me to correct my form. I would definitely do the same for you. All right, one more. Ooh, Lord. I hope you guys feel that. Again, definitely take your time, take your time, take your time. Recover as you need, recover as you need, okay? Quality over quantity, all day, every day. All right, you feel me? Got one more to go and we're done. That was tough. However many reps you got, let's get it. All right, so I'm adding my timer back up. 20 to 30 second isometric hold. Here we go. I'm just gonna wrap it out. The curls first this time, so I can get it over with. Squeeze that body in between your arms. Neutral shoulder, head position. We're at 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Whew. Yeah, these weights got heavy. All right, I'm just about to wrap this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep that torso nice and tight. Fight gravity on the way down. Whew. That just had 10 in me. All right, we're done. We're done. All right. Ooh, Lord. Shake it out. I know I need to shake it out. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and cool down and stretch right now. So just starting off, just to help get the arms, just fold right over. Let the arms go. Let them go freely. If you can, step on your toes. Kind of pull your shoulder blades back ever so slightly. Come up nice and slow. I'm gonna keep stretching out those biceps. Come to the wall. Bring your right palm on the wall. Get your fingers facing backward. Walk forward till your body touches the wall. Bring your right foot forward. Good. Squeeze the tricep a little bit. And relax. Get the left hand up on the wall, fingers pointed backwards. Get the left palm up on the wall. And do the same thing on the other side. Bring the left foot up. Sorry you guys can't see my amazing closet. But I thought it was more of an eyesore. So I try to cover it up. All right, so come to back to the ball. We're going right for the quad. So come to the left quad. Use the ball for assistance if you need. Bring the heel to your butt. And pull. And relax. Switch it up. Hopefully you guys didn't sweat too much in that one. Thought that one was rather simple. Let me know what your favorite move is. What your most hated move is. Relax. Going to the hamstrings. Come into a straddle position. Bring the left hand down the left leg. Bring that right arm up and over. Slowly bring it down to the left hand. And get your hamstring to stretch as well as your inner groin. And come back to the center. Switch sides, bring the right palm down the right leg. Bring the left hand up and over. Slowly over to join the right hand on the right ankle. And roll over to the middle. Ooh, that feels good. All right, walk yourself out. Bend your knees, come down into child's pose. We're gonna stretch out the front part of the shin. All right, so bend the legs, bring the heels to the butt to the heels, and just lean back. You should feel this in the front of your ankles, front of your shin. Ooh, hope you guys enjoyed the workout. Stable and capable, stability and strength. All right. Let's go ahead and come up. Thank you guys for joining me today for class. I hope to see you all next week. Let me know what feedback you got, comments, favorite move, all that good stuff. All right, so I'll see you guys next week. Y'all take it easy. Holla.